how does the last week change your running back core? Is it just that, just numbers, or?
Well, usually there's only one guy out there at a time anyway, so it doesn't change a whole lot. We still putting the next guy out there, and it's the same situation if we've had an injury. It's been the same. These guys, Isaac has run several reps with the first team, and Malcolm has always run several reps with the first team. So this is not new for him. It's just the way things are.
Paul said Isaac's no different, that he comes to practice with the same attitude every day. You've seen him last spring, you've seen him in training camp now.
Actually, I think from between this time last year, he's improved quite a bit. I think some of the things that he's doing now that he wasn't doing well last year. And I think, but that's the same with everyone, because if you're not improving day after day, I'd be a little disappointed. But I'm seeing some things from him that really get me excited, and that just didn't happen in the last couple of days. I've been seeing some things from him that's getting me excited since day one of spring ball.
What are the things you're seeing?
I'm seeing him being able to, one of the things with one of the plays, we want him to be a little more patient and create the hole. And he's doing a better job of creating the hole and then using his acceleration to get through it afterwards. And that's been something that we've emphasized for a year. And I would say right now, he's probably doing that better than anybody we had do it last year, all year. So I'm excited about that.
How would you differentiate Isaac and Malcolm as running backs?
Well, they both bring something different to the table. Isaac is probably a good zone reader, and I think and he can make good decisions to get himself clean. Where Malcolm is probably just a little more aggressive at the point of attack, and he makes people miss sometimes just physically, even though he's smaller. But they both bring a lot to the table, and in our system, they both fit what we do.
We didn't have Malcolm back; he was banged up for a day or two.
Yeah, but you know what? But that's the tailback position. If you look at tailbacks all over the country, that's a physical position, and those guys have to be durable, and that's one of the emphasis we put on this spring too. The guys have to be durable because we need to depend on them, day in and day out, because it's a position where you're gonna get hit, and hopefully you can make a miss, but that's not the way it goes most of the time.
When you were comparing, we kind of talked about their approaches. What about in terms of physical skills? Are they pretty similar, or do you see even sort of physical things that they do differently?
Well, they do some things differently. In stature, Isaac is bigger, but he plays quicker, and probably Malcolm plays bigger. So, they both bring something to the table, and they both do some things, the same, too. So, they both have strength. They're good with the ball in their hand. I think the greatest thing I see from Isaac this spring is his effort when the ball is not in his hand, and that's what we've been putting a lot of emphasis. I want to see guys downfield blocking, downfield with an effort to help their teammates, because that's the sign of a great player, when they can play hard when that ball's not in their hand.
When James Conner gets here this summer, are you going to have to fight to keep him away from defensive coaches, or is he your guy?
No, he's not going to be a fight. I think he's going to be a tailback. But if Coach Chris decides to put him at another position, I live with whatever he chooses. But I think he's going to come in as a back.
What can he? I know you're focused on right now, but what is he? We know the measurable is 6'2", 230. He's a bigger back. What do you expect him to add to the group?
I can't answer that. Probably right now he's a senior in high school. Senior prom is the most important thing for him. I'll make a decision on that when I get him here.
Are there any other guys that you would have your eye on if you needed to add another body to the running back position? Maybe someone that would try and move or anything like that?
That's not my call. If Coach Chris sees someone that he thought could come to that position and help us, he might make that decision. But right now, I'm planning on going into the season and with the young men that I have right now, and I'm excited about it.
Desmond was productive in the scrimmage on Friday. What have you seen from him this spring? How could he figure into this whole thing?
Well, you know what? Like I said, it's spring ball. We give everybody opportunities, and we want to find out what they can do. I like what he did. I'm not going to anoint him and say that he's arrived, and I'm not going to anoint any of them at this stage. That's why we got 5 more days of practice. Maybe ask me that in 5 days, and I can tell you which one might be, you know, in a position. But right now, we're just really just trying to get better.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.